They will continue to do these things, and it will continue to get worse. Productivity and wages will continue to diverge on the XY graph. We are in our 30s and 40s now, and I think that's quite long enough to make the determination based on experience that there is no reason to believe otherwise. I repeat, there is no reason to believe things will change without a drastic intervention. The only question is, what the fuck are we gonna do about it?
Alright, that was Drawing Dead by Dead Hang off their latest EP, Mosh Again. I'm Ryan.
I'm Jeremy.
Welcome back. Thanks for listening. I don't really have anything special to tell you, but we have Bryant and Julian from Dead Hang here with us today, and we're going to get into interviewing them and talking about, how Dead Hang came to be a band, what they put out last year, what they have in store for the following year, 2024.
We go off topic a lot, but it's fucking awesome.
We talk about Batman for a while.
So everybody out there enjoy.
I like Batman. But anyway, we're going to jump into the interview with them, so enjoy. Julian and Bryant with a T, just so listeners get that, because when you say Bryant, it still kind of sounds like Brian. But anyways, thanks guys for jumping on the show. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Yeah, thanks a lot. Glad to be here.
Yeah. We haven't really, or at least I haven't really gotten the chance to talk to you guys much. I know Jeremy's talked with Julian a little bit off and on, but
yeah.
Jeremy, have you seen Dead Hang play at any of the shows that you've
Not
been to
yet
recently?
But I did see, I believe I saw you, Julian, at Black Christmas.
Yeah, probably.
Like dancing in the Garden Bowl and just having a mad good time. So I was like, man, it's got to be him. But I wasn't 100%, and I'm fucking, anyway. And there was like crazy people there, it was awesome. But no, I have not seen
Yeah, that
Dead
was a
Hang
great
yet.
show. I had a lot of fun there.
Fuck yeah. I already bought a ticket to next week's show that you guys are playing. It's just a matter if I get there or not.
Yeah, watch it be fucking snowpocalypse again.
Right. But, yeah.
You're driving down with a plow truck escort. I'm like, I gotta get to this fucking show.
Oh, dude, I could take my crazy religious brother and his fucking dually. But I have not had the pleasure.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I know, like, you went to Black Christmas and a couple other things, like, recently, and some of those bills started to blend together to me after you see them so many times. So I'm like, I can't remember if they were on there or not.
And that being said, I mean, there's fucking great bands popping out of there right now. It's like somebody fucking threw hardcore Miracle Grow on Detroit, and then fucking shit's just popping off, man.
It's going crazy.
They've been, I think, ever since last year's 10 for 10, it's pretty much been like bands have just been popping out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Well, like seeing the shows and seeing the bills and like how lively everything is right now, I'm assuming, or I would hope at least, that it's influencing some people to start bands that are like, dude, I want to be on that fucking stage doing this.
For sure.
Yeah. There's a ton. I mean, people are constantly asking people to join bands and start stuff up. So, I mean, hopefully more people can get it done and get out there and actually do it.
Definitely.
It seems so far like there's a good amount doing it. Which
Yeah.
brings me to my first question. Like, when did you guys start Dead Hang?
So at last year's 10 for 10, I kind of mentioned things to people about starting a band because I used to play in cover bands and
Mhm.
tribute bands. So I did that for like I started going to hardcore shows. I never played in a band, but like I stopped going in like 2010 and I started doing cover band and tribute stuff. And then I started going back to shows again, like here and there. And at the 10 for 10, I was like, yeah, this is like, I want to do this again. Because I stopped playing completely for a couple of years.
Yeah, and it gave you that fucking bug again. That
Yeah, like being at that show just gave me that, like, I was like, this is what I want to do now.
That is what I was just talking about. Yeah.
No, I definitely I didn't go to any shows for a little while. Just, life comes up and shit. But then when I went to the Cold as Life reunion show, yeah, I was like, you could feel that vibe in there, like the shit, everybody's fucking excited.
That was a great one.
So that would have been 2022 then, or 2023.
Yeah.
Yep. So it was January?
So it's like about a year then, for real?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much exactly like a year.
Pretty much exactly a year.
So
since
yeah,
our first
like
conversation.
yeah.
That's fucking awesome. You guys have some fucking good material out for only like a year old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of like the first stuff we put out, and we did it relatively quick. So he had known our bassist Spry, and I had known him for a little while as well. And he brought it up at the last 10 for 10, shot the idea to him. Spry had our guitarist Scott just in his back pocket from talking for years and wanting to start something. So it all came together pretty good. And I mean, we practiced a lot and wrote that material pretty quick and wanted to get something out and really, I guess, take the jump off the ledge and get it actually going.
Right.
Last time I checked, it was the only sold out tape on Top Floor Tapes. Big Cartel.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool,
That kind of blew my mind, actually.
I
that's-
noticed that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jimmy is, I mean, I've known him for a long time. Julian's known him.
Yeah, I've
Everyone's
known
pretty much
Jimmy, known him for a long time, and shout out to him for even, aside from his own release that he was putting out first, choosing for us to be his like launch of his tape label is pretty humbling and pretty cool for him to do that.
Fucking A, shout out to Jimmy. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
He's
we
cool,
love
yeah.
Jimmy.
Big fan.
Yeah, I like talking with him. So that would have been for you guys' first EP, the Old Sins and Cold Hearts EP then?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Bryant, do you write your own lyrics?
The majority of stuff is me, but
Okay.
there's like I would say like a chorus that was written by Scott. So actually in Old Sins, like the main chorus that happens is him, and I just built around that. And then another one, Spry kind of had the
Okay.
inspiration. I built around that. Other ones have pretty much been just me writing the lyrics.
Yeah, like the first song, like that the intro goes in, the Bread from Pain, that song's fucking, it's like you're writing, man. This shit's kind of deep, you know what I mean? For some hardcore shit, but it's powerful,
Yeah, I mean, that one is one that I wrote, and everybody feels like they're born to lose every once in a while, and
For sure.
everybody's dealt with something in the past that was painful, and you got through it. So you can relate to that, but at the same time, like you can take whatever that is and put it really deep into your feelings and maybe work through something. That's what that inspiration was for me.
Yeah, you have like that furnace sound in your vocals too, like kind of almost like a DeWitt sound on that song. Did you notice that?
Yeah, no, it reminded me of Declination of Independence, like how the vocals were.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely
Yes.
fucking cool.
Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I had to take a drink. But yeah, anyways, it reminded me of Declination of Independence a lot, like how it had that. I don't want to really use the word metallic, but it is kind of a metallic sound, like in the vocal. Like you said, furnacey is a good way to describe it. It's kind of got like a slight reverb and echo onto it, but it's got that like razor sharp fucking scream to it.
And it's like if Detroit had a sound in hardcore, that would be like that'd probably be it. That like little bit metallic sprinkled all in there, you know.
Yeah. I definitely
like how
definitely some influences trying to like get to a certain sound for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if your influences were the aforementioned, then you definitely hit the mark on that.
The second track, Deception. Did you guys put these songs in order, in the order you put them in on purpose, or did you just put them in whatever order?
So I'm pretty sure they actually just came out in the order that we wrote them.
I think
but it worked out well. Like we
Yeah.
kind of sat for a second. We're like, should we move stuff around? No, it's pretty good
yeah,
that
it
way.
kind of just we just wrote it that way, and we just put we just pretty much put them in line how we wrote them.
Like I just like how fast that song starts off from the last one. You know what I mean? And then, and I also like the fucking China before the guitar solo.
Yeah,
That shit's dope too. If I hear a China, that's like probably my favorite fucking sound of a drum, you know, is that fucking trash can.
I mean, that was mine too. Like back in the day, in the early 2000s, that was hardcore breakdowns was China.
Yeah, the offbeat China, like throwdown and shit.
Yes.
Definitely.
Throwdown was my favorite.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I fucking caught that shit, and
that's
like
cool.
Basically
like what we're trying, not specifically that, but like we're just trying to do like that early 2000 sound and kind of separate ourselves from what's going on right now. Right. Even though we include elements of like what's happening right now, we still want to keep like that early 2000s classic, I guess would be considered classic hardcore sound now.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to say, but it's true.
I mean, how old does it have to be to constitute?
To me, classic hardcore is like
20 years,
right? Right.
My truck's 18, man, this year.
It's almost a classic.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is reminiscent of the 2000s era of hardcore, which would make sense with the Declination thing because that's when that came out.
The band that
same as Throwdown, all that stuff was.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of Tyrant in that
era. Yeah, Tyrant too. But like they said, like taking elements of things that were influential to them and then improvising and adapting their own sound on top of it.
They were trying.
Oh, you're doing a good job.
How did the connection with Josh come up from Enemy of God? Is that like somebody's homeboy or your guys' homeboy or what?
I've known him for years. That's one of the best dudes I've ever met. Love him.
I love shout out to Enemy of God. I like their fucking tunes too.
Everyone in there is cool, but I've known him the longest. He's a huge fan. Julian, you've known him for a while.
I actually know my parents used to like party with his dad. So like when way back when they were kids. So like I have pictures of his dad in like my photo album and stuff.
Right on. Small world,
Yeah. So I like seen his dad posting pictures on Facebook, and I seen Josh wearing like I don't know what band it was, but I was like, huh. Like
look at that.
Yeah.
I know that dude.
So prior to Dead Hang, were you guys in any bands together or individually at all, or is this kind of your first run?
For me, this is the first thing that I think is working and like doing decent and exceptionally fun.
Right.
I was in one band with a few dudes from high school. My best friend Mike, and then I don't know if you guys know Dead Wrong, the vocalist that he was in the band, and that was cool. It was kind of short lived. That's really the only thing I've ever done. I think you did all the tribute stuff, but you were in something for a second a long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, like very, very early. Like, I guess it would be a failed attempt at a hardcore band. And we had like the most like metal name. It was like the Whitechapel Massacre or something. It was,
Hell yeah.
it was ridiculous, but
Dude, we
and actually, I think Robbie from Enemy of God like fucking got me like well, he didn't get me kicked out, but I ended up getting replaced by him.
son of a bitch, eh?
Well, hey, shout out to Robbie. He's a fucking great drummer. I actually like listen to his stuff for like influential,
Little bits.
little bits and
okay.
pieces.
Yeah, their
just-
latest shit sounds fucking dope too.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, no, I did like tribute cover bands for quite a while, which is really fun.
Scott was in one other band. I can't remember the name. Spry knows. Spry's been in a bunch of bands. You know what? Spit Shooting Snakes.
Yeah,
Barefoot. He's in
he's
something else right now.
currently called Versus.
Yep. And that's the dude who recorded us is in that band as well. Pat.
Yes, Pat.
Shout out Pat. That was a
Yeah.
fun time. So there's people that were in a couple other bands. I'd say Spry probably has the most experience, but nothing really
Yeah.
notable.
This is
from the
my
rest of us.
first like hardcore band that's actually doing well and fun.
Yeah, I mean, most hardcore, or I shouldn't even say hardcore, most high school bands is what I was going to say, never really do anything unless you're shut down or something.
Yeah, it was pretty short-lived. We had a couple fun shows. Like we played with a couple of sick bands.
Didn't you play with Throwdown?
Yeah, we played with Throwdown. And Bury Your Dead, I think, played as well at Harpo's. And
Nice.
then a couple of cool, like there were more metalcore shows at the Modern Exchange that we played a couple of them.
I haven't been to Harpo's in 10 years now.
What do you guys think about playing with fucking Carl Crisis? It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. So I mean, I'm hoping that show goes pretty well. There should be a decent turnout, and it's going to be some fun sets.
Is Illmatic's playing that show too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Yes.
Love Loss.
Yeah, Love Lost. I got a beer koozie right now with Love Lost on it. Drinking out of it.
Nice.
That's the band that I'm least familiar with, actually, as far as music goes. But
we actually played our first show with them, and they were one of my favorite bands on the bill.
Which shout out to Bill from Hardcore Cares for putting us on a show, which was our first show with Love Loss, and he like put us on a show without a lick of music to even go off of. So, shout
fucking
out
A,
to
man.
Yeah.
So on the latest release,
Mm-hmm.
if you guys want to talk
That was-
about it's the First Blood mock-up,
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Mosh again.
When I seen that, it was because it released. It was the last day of the year, right? December 31st.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. When I seen that, like it kept popping up into my Instagram feed, and I swear I scrolled by it like 3 times because I was like, oh, First Blood, California, and First Blood, and then I'm like looking, I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on with First Blood today?
Yeah.
And then I looked, and I'm like, oh shit, that's not First Blood.
Yep. It's funny.
It was just really a nod to
That
just
era
to
and
that
band.
era, and since we covered that song, and everybody pretty much like stuck it to us for some reason.
Well, Suffocate's, that's the
tried to
first song I ever
retire it.
heard by, oh, you had to retire it?
We tried to retire it, and people were like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you gotta play it.
You gotta keep playing it."
I think it's a great cover, man.
Yeah,
It's a
thank
good
you.
one.
I'd make you play it. And I think it's cool that it was the first First Blood song on their demo, I believe, that it
Yeah,
was Suffocate.
Demo, yeah,
And yeah, man, we love that band.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm still very salty about an ex-girlfriend that stole one of my First Blood hoodies. That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Not
that's
cool.
brutal.
Not cool. Actually, I have a Michigan shirt. Was a For the Fallen Dream shirt that an ex took of mine.
Damn.
So there's a double whammy on that.
If we could do an entire hour on all the fucking shit we lost to crazy bitches, dude.
Bring up a line of
man, I had
interviews.
all-out
Like, you owe me this. Where's my fucking Alliance hoodie? I had fucking 3 of them. I don't have any. Like, whatever it is, you know?
On that Alliance City.
New podcast, Hoodie Stealing Hose.
Yeah.
I'm going to copyright that because anybody listening is going to be like, great idea.
Yeah, it's already fucking.
But yeah, so you guys put that out at the end of the year, and that was your second EP for the year. Are you guys doing this stuff in a studio setting you're recording, or are you doing like an in-home studio?
So the first one was my buddy Mike has the ability to do it in his room, and he's been doing it for a long time, and he's good at that. So we went there, and he took care of us for the first EP. And then the second one, we went to Pat, which is what, Input Output Studios? It's I/O. I'm pretty sure I get that.
Yeah.
Input Output. And he's in Versus with Spry. So we went to his studio and recorded this newest one.
Okay.
And that was super fun. He's a really cool dude. It was definitely like a different environment than doing it the first time. And everything was like completely live. Except we didn't play all at the same time, but everything else was live and live drums, cabs that are mic'd up, so there wasn't simulations and stuff.
Yeah, that shit's so much better. Like,
Yeah.
we're fucking analog fans, man. Like,
Yeah.
when it comes to that shit.
He had some crazy stuff in his studio, and I just was blowing my mind when I was talking to him for a little while. And he's not done with it yet, but he's got the other one that he's like building up right now.
Yeah.
So he's about to. I hope more people talk to him and use that. Like, if you're looking for something that sounds good and it's fun to work with him, check it out.
Does he have like a studio name, or you shout out something?
I believe it's Input Output Studios, but it's like on Instagram or whatever. It's I/O Studios.
That's a really good studio name.
It's a good one, yeah.
I/O looks like a power button, though.
Yeah.
So you guys have released tapes through Top Floor Tapes. Do you have CDs or do you have plans to do vinyl or anything like that in the future for your EPs? Or are you going to wait till you do a full length?
So we just have the tapes right now, which we have not many left in our little merch bin, and they're gone online.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any CDs, so just the tapes right now. I would love to do a vinyl. I do think probably full length would be when I would say we should pull the trigger on that.
Yeah.
But
yeah, unless you were to like do a 7-inch for one of the EPs or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of tough to get vinyl right now, so that's a bit of a factor as well. We talked to Jimmy a little bit about maybe doing another tape.
Yeah, that was what I was wondering.
Yeah, we may do that. We haven't talked to him much about it, but he's mentioned it. I know he's got quite a bit in the works, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Because he even said he was backlogged.
Yeah, he was backlogged. So.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, he's putting in work and people are supporting it. There was a show last night in Cleveland that Bitter Truth and Doubt It played.
Yeah.
It was like a Last Grasp release, and he was wearing a top floor tape. The dude from Bitter Truth.
Nice.
Wearing the shirt. So I was like, it's nice to see all that going around. He's a good dude.
Yeah. I seen a picture of that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have Last Gasp on it. I think the 26th or something, like at the end of the month.
We are.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Shit, that you news,
I told
news
you
to me.
I told you, but anyway, I thought that band's awesome too, man.
Yeah, I didn't really know them until like I saw the flyer getting posted, so I thought, I'll check them out. They're pretty sick.
Yeah, they're sick. They're on War Records, and there's a few bands from there that I like.
What's the label?
War Records.
Okay.
It's like one of the guitar players from Stripes label. So,
Oh,
nice.
Behold City's on there. Absolute Truth, which is like, it's a straight edge band, but they're like that old school 80s youth chorus, but with breakdowns, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's
the cover on
another-
their album is like it's hilarious because it looks like a fucking 80s like synth Flock of Seagulls looking shit.
It gives me
Shout out Flock of Seagulls.
It gives me yeah.
Shout out Mike Score.
Yeah,
Flock
shout
of
out Mike
Seagulls.
Score. Yeah.
What was that on the wedding singer?
Oh, anyway.
But it gives me Vice City vibes.
Yeah, like
Definitely.
Game?
Did you see the test pressing covers? The test press covers of it?
I didn't.
They stole the fucking Halloween cover. So it's
Okay.
like Sam Hain, you know? And it's just like
Oh, nice.
Tonight You Die or whatever the name of the album is.
Yeah.
they're also doing art theft.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot lately.
Oh yeah, like with Biohazard. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking awesome though.
I've seen the Subsonics doing like a Frank Sinatra album.
Oh, that's
like
good.
I don't know, just a bunch of other stuff I've seen lately.
Classy.
So what do you guys
Oh, go
plan?
ahead.
I'm sorry. What are you guys plans for the 2024 year then?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, but I didn't know since it hasn't been announced yet. But I did read somewhere like you guys have things coming up in 2024, so I didn't know if you could talk about it yet or not.
I mean, we've got a couple things that we want to work on. We got some shows coming up. I mean, it really kind of just seeing where things take us. I know we're get on the road a little bit is one thing we'd want to do. And we're kind of chatting up a few people, seeing if we can get that worked out. But I think that's like our biggest focus is getting out and doing things in other states and other scenes.
Hey Julian, were you living off of playing in cover bands? Or was that you had to work and that was just like a side fun thing?
Oh yeah, no, I totally couldn't live off of that. I mean, it was good extra money because I would get like, extra $300 or whatever.
Right, right. I
for
just
playing.
wondered.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely no, I work.
Yeah, no, I get it, man.
You'd have to be a good fucking cover band to live.
Well,
off
yeah, I
that
mean,
shit.
I
I'd
don't
have
know.
to be like, I mean, there's a couple tribute bands out there that are huge and they do huge things.
The
You have
guy
to
that
be
puts
like
on the
Midget
French
Kiss.
Road thing, that's his fucking claim to fame.
Yeah. So, but
Liquid
yeah,
cooled.
definitely couldn't live off of it, but it's definitely a nice pay,
Right on.
especially compared to doing this stuff. But
No, it's all like fucking labor of love and hardcore.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, which is great. I mean, I'm fine with that. I actually, they offer us money and like I get surprised. It's like I didn't even expect to get paid. I'm just doing
Yeah,
this
you're just
'cause-
happy you're on the bill and shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Anyway, I just wanted to go back to before you asked that because I had a follow up to the 2024. So you guys want to get out there, get your name more recognized, play some more shows. Do you have
Yeah.
any plans to like pitch anything to a label or anything like that, or is that all up in the air still too? Because you are playing pretty much a whole upstate show.
I mean, we've played a couple upstate shows.
Yeah. What the Hoods one was.
The Hoods one had like, I think there was like 3 bands
Yeah.
on there that were all upstate records. Illmatic's upstate,
Mhm.
which I think Bill had even mentioned to them about us a while back.
Illmatic Bill.
Yeah, Illmatic Bill.
Yeah, I know Bill pretty well for quite a
Yeah,
while now.
And yeah, I think that's really about.
I don't think there's really like a plan necessarily for it.
Guys are just
to-
going out having fun.
Right. I
Yeah.
think we're gonna kind of let it ride like that. Like if there is interest, I mean, obviously,
Like if anything ever
Wanna
comes our
explore it.
way, that'd be great.
Yeah, I just didn't know with maybe with the upstate connection with you guys playing multiple shows under their label, if there was possibly something in the works there, or talks about, or curiosities.
I mean,
from our end, we're definitely
we
interested
would-
in anything that we can
Yeah,
look
if they,
at. I mean,
if they were going to be interested in us, absolutely, we would 100%
It's a-
definitely look into it. So
it's a cool label. From what I've never spoken to the people who run it. What's his name? I want to say it's
Mario.
Mario and Kim.
Kim.
right.
Somebody did an episode. I think it was with you guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did.
Yeah, I just recently listened to that one. They seem like cool, down to earth people. Like the bands that are on there, everyone that we've interacted
I
with
think they
was
were at
really
the
cool.
last show that we was it the last show we played?
I heard that they. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm pretty sure they were because I seen a picture of them that they posted
Okay.
at a show
And they
together.
had the whole setup, like their whole like
Yeah,
booth
they
setup.
did. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot that they had like a merch thing set up there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're open to looking at stuff, but we're not pushing for anything. We're not like sending out press kits or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and it's still kind of early on, and you're still working on new material, getting the rest of
Yeah.
everything out. So, well, I guess like once you have more to submit, that might change down the road.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which when are you gonna out of my curiosity, when are you gonna submit more to the public? You guys like writing as we speak, or
Yeah, we actually practiced yesterday, just to tighten up and get working on a couple things. But we revisited a couple songs that we kind of put on the back burner to get the Michigan promo out.
Cool.
And so we started working on a couple of those. We got one other new one brewing, so we're just trying to
Just trying to keep putting something out.
Yeah.
Stay fresh.
keep finding like the evolution of where we're going, because I feel like we're kind of tightening and learning where music.
I noticed the difference between the tape and the
Yeah, the writing difference.
yeah, definitely.
I like the movie samples and shit. That
Oh,
were
yeah,
tied
yeah,
into
yeah.
there.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yep. And the breakdowns are fucking rad. Keep the breakdowns coming.
I listened to you guys on Terror Zone, and I can't remember who said it, but somebody was talking about the pause in a hardcore breakdown, like the
Yeah.
pause before the breakdown.
Yeah,
And
I was
Jeremy,
talking
you were
about-
just talking about the China a
Yeah.
minute ago, like
Mhm.
that pause, and then that like come in with the China and the breakdown. Like that's the type of shit that we all love this for.
I love a perfectly good pause.
Yeah, and even if it's like a split second pause, like I've
Exactly.
seen some that are
The split second is the most powerful one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that little
yeah.
bit of tension, man. Fucking
it like takes the air out of the room and then just throws it all back in there.
Mind Force is good at doing that too.
They're very good. Yeah. Have you gotten the chance to see them?
I did at
Who?
at the
Mind
Coldest
Force.
Life reunion show.
At the yeah, they played that. Yeah.
Fucking like I listened to him before and was into him, and I was like excited to see him live, but they fucking blew my shit away. I was like, I couldn't
Yeah.
believe how good they sounded.
Live, they sound phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty close to what you're getting on recording.
And fucking kids are just going crazy. I was like,
I think that dude has a really unique voice.
yeah, he
too.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard it. You hear it like on an album, and it's unique. But I've seen videos, and you hear it, and you're like, wow, that really is his voice. Like, there's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's the same.
He's got an interesting accent.
I haven't heard him talk just yet.
He does have an interesting accent.
Yeah, I've listened to a few.
He's upstate New York, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the Hudson Valley.
That
okay.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear the accent then.
It's cool though. It kind of gives them a little flair, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Right. So I didn't get a chance to ask this, but how old are you guys?
I'll be 36 this year.
Okay. I just want to get a time, kind of an era to see like where musically you guys are coming from.
So I'll be 35 next month, and then Spry's a bit older than us.
Yeah, he's
38,
He's
39.
like, yeah, I don't want to put too much numbers on him, but he's closer to 40 than we are.
I think Scott's right by me. like
Yeah, Scott's
35.
like the youngest one. He would think he's like 33 or 34.
Mhm.
Okay. So what are some of the bands that got you guys into hardcore specifically?
So me, even though me and him are like a year apart, I just came up with like the older like generation, I guess you would call it, of hardcore.
Mhm.
So like actually my first show was a local show, and this is shout out to Joe from Illmatic / The Alliance. But
Slash
I was
Hyde
talking-
/ Suicide King / he's got another one.
Yeah, I didn't.
Slash downset
I,
also.
There you go.
I was going into the t-shirt place at Southland Mall, and they used to sell like all types of like hardcore stuff. So I was going. I think I was buying like a Throwdown t-shirt or something like that. And he handed me a flyer, and he was like, "You like Throwdown? Come check us out." And it was like Coalition, Let It Die, and The Alliance at Albans, and like I don't know, I want to say 2003 or something like that.
Sounds about right.
That was like my first. So like Detroit hardcore was my first like
Hardcore experience.
hardcore. Yeah. And then I obviously started, I think, seeing bands like, Madball and stuff like that, Agnostic Front, Full Blown Chaos, early Hatebreed and stuff like that. That's pretty much where I come from, is like a my hardcore perspective, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like right before that, I was like, I had a short-lived like new metal phase,
Uh,
and then I seen I think it was the Hatebreed I Will Be Heard video, and I seen kids dancing, and I don't know, it just attracted me to hardcore, and then I think I seen Sworn Enemy on Ozfest 2003, and
Sworn Enemy's badass too. Or
yeah, I love Sworn Enemy.
they're awesome. I love that band.
Yeah, that's such a great band.
Like he said, I definitely kind of got like the second generation after him of hardcore. So I listened to a lot of metalcore and I guess more sceney bands when I was younger. Then I got into hardcore a little later. But I want to say like the first couple larger bands that I listened to that first brought me in were probably like the Ghosts Inside and things along that line.
okay, yeah, I follow.
That's a name I haven't heard in like a very long time. Actually,
Yeah,
I forgot all about that band.
Fury and the Fallen Ones is a goat album.
That was like the only one I really listened to, and after that, I don't know.
The second one's a hit or miss, and then everything after that, yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I think I seen, wasn't one of you posted like Evergreen Terrace?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, yeah, that was such a good album.
Yeah, when I
woman
started
that down.
collecting records, and that was one that I tracked down a long time ago that I was like, I gotta have. And
such a good record.
that particular album was playing
Is it pricey now?
during a very interesting time in my life. So anytime I hear that, it just fucking takes me right back there, man. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that album.
That's a band I never really got into.
No.
It's Evergreen Terrace.
I like
Like I've heard them.
Did you
I've
guys
seen them
listen
talked
to,
about, but
Casey
I just never
Jones?
got into 'em. I like
Yeah,
Casey Jones.
yeah, it's
Jones.
Evergreen Terrace pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho's,
I remembered that just from the name because you put the Ninja Turtles reference
Yeah.
together, and I was like, oh, who are these guys? And I think I probably even heard that band before Evergreen Tourist because I just always, I don't know, I thought they were a Hot Topic band.
they may have turned into one. I don't know.
It did turn into one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I think when I've seen the name first, like that's what I associated it with. And 14-year-old me tried to avoid those bands because I was too cool.
Yeah.
Now I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, if it's good, it's good. What can you do?
Yeah. And like there's tons of bands that have been in Hot Topic that I absolutely love. Like
Right.
it's a stupid stigma though. But I always use that like some people call it mall metal, some people say Hot Topic bands or whatever. It's
Right.
just
Yeah.
it's just another way of saying shit that was popular at the time, I guess.
Right.
Another question that I had for you guys is since we don't always get to talk to people who are like physical media collectors on here, are either you guys record collectors or CD collectors or anything?
So me, like I personally like, I wouldn't say I'm a collector, but I will like buy it still. I prefer it.
Mhm.
Like, of course, it's great just to go on Spotify and be like, yeah, but then there's some stuff that I can't get on Spotify.
Exactly.
Lots of
Like
stuff
the
actually. Yeah.
most recent thing, I'm gonna go off topic here of like hardcore, is like Ozzy's Speak of the Devil album. You can't get it on anything streaming wise. So I
That's
just got it
weird.
on CD, and it's awesome. And it's like, so to be able to do that still, I would much rather like buy it if I can.
I'll tell you a hardcore story about this that I just learned the other day. And so you guys know Victory Style 3?
It's like the comp, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So Hatebreed was on that comp, or is on that comp, right? When Universal, before they put out Perseverance, Universal had to buy them out of Victory's contract.
Nice.
And I didn't know all that shit. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That
It's
is
weird.
crazy.
And it was just like what, maybe one song on there that they had to deal with?
Right. So now if you go on Spotify or whatever, that song is not
blacked
on
out.
the fucking
Yeah.
thing. It's like
That's
fucking
That's
insane. Before Dishonor was the song.
I see that happen with hip hop most often
Where
because the samples like they can't clear them,
Oh,
so
I
they'll remove
gotcha.
it. Like, but sometimes they hide it so well that you can't tell what they sampled.
So that would be another case of if you want that song on that particular comp, you got to have the fucking physical copy.
That's
Yeah.
weird about Ozzy though. I wonder why.
Yeah, that is
Because that's like a major artist. So I wonder if like Jet Records somehow has some tied back royalties to that or something.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Because I just looked on Apple Music too, just to double check, and it's not on
Yeah,
there either.
Speak of the Devil. Yeah, no, it's not on there.
It's weird. Well, if you're a listener and you're local, we have a couple record copies of it here. Just saying.
Speak of the Devil.
Yeah.
Nice.
When's your birthday?
In August.
All right. Maybe I got a present lined up.
Got it on CD for Christmas.
I don't really collect much of anything on my end. I have a few pieces of vinyl. A band called You, Me, and Everyone We Know. I have a couple of theirs. A Balance and Composure or two. I have Wrong Answer. There's a band from East Coast somewhere. I have an actual, like kind of a rarer one from them. And then just a few pieces. I mostly, if I buy something physical, for me, it's like it's the support, and then kind of like I'm not displaying them or anything. I'm not super proud of them, but it's cool to have.
I think the ones I have are just all like I think the vinyls I have. I think I have a Rat, Kiss. I think I got an Ice Cube one.
It's
don't
like
know.
a super
On those
mixed
lines.
bag.
Yeah, I got stuff along. I like. I'm a big '80s hair metal fan as well.
I like shirts and things like that. I'm a
Gotcha.
big
I mean, it would seem like you guys are also movie people, judging by like the movie samples and stuff that you used in the new EP.
Yeah, I love a movie.
Yeah.
I was trying. What were some of the movies that were in there? Because some of
So,
them sounded super familiar.
So on the first EP, when you go into
Bread from
Bread from Pain,
Yep.
Spry was just happened to be watching Coming to America when he was
Nice.
to like the demos that we had or whatever, and it played over that moment, and it's him like he's coming out onto a balcony or whatever, and he says good morning, and then that's that sample. I think we had one at the last song, Never Afraid, which is from National Lampoon's Van Wilder. So he just says, don't take your life too seriously, you'll never make it out alive.
Yeah.
We thought that'd be just kind of like a fun way to end it. And like, also, like kind of the vibe for that one was we don't want to be the most super serious dudes in the whole world. We just
Right.
kind of want some fun.
Yeah.
Have fun in life, man. It's some good
Yeah,
wisdom from like, cheesy fucking movies.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The movie's ridiculous, but that's a good piece to take.
Some wisdom from Van Wilder.
Yeah.
Shout out Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And then, so in Drawing Dead, the first song off the Michigan promo
Yeah.
it's actually just that's Pat, right? I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Through a
It is
voice.
something that he just had. The dude who recorded us, he just had that, and it fit that song really well. So we put that in there, and then in Trudge, it's the inspiration for the song why it's titled that is from A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, rest in peace.
I've never seen A Knight's Tale.
I've never watched that either.
Ever? Oh man,
I know
Great.
about it.
It's cheesy, but it's a fun movie.
Full disclosure, I'll admit that I have fucking seen
Brokeback Mountain.
I have no. Actually, I have watched Brokeback Mountain, but I'm not.
I just thought with the Heath Ledger comment, that's where you were going.
No. That doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck about that. But because I mean, I like I like films, but
yeah.
And by the way, Brokeback Mountain, all it is a fucking cheesy love story with two dudes.
Yeah, no,
that's it.
I seen it.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I just thought that's what you were gonna say.
I mean, it got so much praise for nothing.
Well,
But I watched 10 Things I Hate About You. I have seen more times than I should have.
I love that movie.
You can't say that.
10 Things I Hate About You.
One of the best movies in the
Love
world.
that movie.
When she does that, when she's like grinding to fucking Biggie, I'm just like,
yeah, on the
I'm
table.
like, dude, I know like 10 broads that I wish would do that, just to make asses out of themselves, but like in a cool way. Anyways, that's my Heath Ledger story.
I think that movie got, like, Brokeback, I think it got a lot of hype just because of the content at the time. And for Heath Ledger going from, like, doing shit like The Dark Knight and whatever. But I don't know, like, he's an actor.
Dark Knight
like,
after.
I know, but I'm saying, like, his just resume of movies in general, like, he's, I don't know, like, you can't just pinhole the guy to one type of movie. Like, he's done all types of shit.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal is a much better actor. And he's still alive.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He's definitely good.
I'm not hating on Heath Ledger. I just think like his shit gets way blown out of proportion.
Everybody who is dead does, or like died by a suicide at least.
No, I don't know if it's because of who I am, but I would much rather Jack Nicholson be the Joker than Heath Ledger.
Exactly.
Great Joker.
I like, Jack
I think
Nicholson
this
did
town
good.
needs an enema. Who the fuck says that, dude?
He did fit the role well. I think that the newer Joker, the fucking Joaquin Phoenix, he did a good job too.
Yes, I believe he did a good job too because he put
different
whole new spin on him.
Yeah. That's a little, to me, that's a little out of my realm that far. I'm old school, like old school Batman type shit.
That's what I hear.
And Joaquin might, I mean, this may speak volumes to me, but he's probably my favorite Joker.
Oh,
Really?
right on.
I thought he did a good job though. Like he made it a little more dark and sadistic, but I don't know. My favorite Batman's Batman Forever, and a lot of people don't like that movie.
Oh, I love that one.
The one with Arnold?
No, that's
Val Kilmer.
That's
that's
Batman
Val
Forever
Kilmer.
with Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
But I love Two-Face in that movie. Like that's what sells it for me. Val Kilmer's a mediocre Batman, but that Two-Face was so much cooler than the Dark Knight Two-Face.
Yeah.
Is the Jim Carrey one?
Jim Carrey's the Riddler, yeah.
I heard they hated each other on set. Well, I heard Tommy Lee Jones hated Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that's
and
what
maybe
I
that
heard.
made for the dynamic of the movie, though, because they did like butt heads and shit.
They did butt heads in the movie, yeah.
But I think he was a good Riddler too, like just because he's goofy as fuck.
I'm a fucking Tim Burton like.
Those are all
Batman,
great. Don't get me
Batman
wrong.
Returns,
but
and on a what would you'd say like on a like a personal thing, I would pick those because I remember seeing those in theaters and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I get that.
I dressed up as the Tim Burton Batman for 2 Halloweens.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's worth 2 fucking Halloweens in a row.
Well, dude,
That's because they didn't make a Val Kilmer costume.
And he scared the crap out of me, dude.
Awesome.
I wouldn't go near him.
While we're on the topic of Batman, though, since we're already there, like, have any of you watched Gotham, the TV show?
No.
You ever
I
watched it,
watched
Jeremy?
A portion of it.
My kid watched it.
It's fucking
like
cool,
a couple
dude.
episodes, and then I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of like a crime cop, crime show, but it's like every Batman villain, like even down to like the Executioner and like just random comic villains, it's them in like real life circumstances. Like the Riddler was like a forensic scientist and shit before he went all psycho, and Bruce Wayne's still like a little boy, and his parents just died.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool.
Really
No, I didn't get that far. It's either like Adam West TV show Batman or up to like from the original Batman movie up to Batman Forever, or Batman and Robin, whichever it was. With what was the Batman and Robin was the one with Poison Ivy, I think.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
yeah. So
And Bane
that's pretty
shows
much
up.
where I stop as far as like Batman goes.
You guys
I
don't?
did-
Do you guys
I
have any
seen the
kids?
Dark Knight and stuff, but like it just I don't know.
Do you guys have any kids?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both do.
Yep.
I don't know. I just wondered. I've seen a lot of shit because of my kid.
Yeah, but
That would be like
realistically,
goofy, you know.
I would have probably watched a good 50% of it anyways, even without my kid. But like, yeah, with my kid, I've watched some stuff that I might not have checked out otherwise. But it kind of it allows you to extend your childhood when you have a kid because you're like, fucking sweet, I have an excuse to watch all these like corny
Yeah, I've been
superhero
watching-
movies.
Moana and damn Bluey and all that. Shout out Bluey though, that's a good show.
What the fuck is Bluey? I hear people talk about that all the time.
It's like a dog family that just is super wholesome and good.
Okay. I just love movies in general. I don't know if that's like it seems to coincide with music because a lot of like music
for
head
sure.
people are also like movie head people.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a big like comedy movie buff and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I see a lot of crossover, I guess, in like with horror.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, now
Even-
definitely.
B and C horror movies and stuff, like people love that and that seem to like drift towards this type of music.
Yeah. I liked like when Grimlock was using like platoon samples and shit. Like, I don't know. I like that. I love war movies and stuff though, so that was a cool tie-in for me.
I've been recently into 1883 Yellowstone shit like that.
1883 is phenomenal.
I mean, they're making
I never watched Yellowstone.
make that
though.
shit fucking brutal.
Yeah, me either.
Was that Kevin Costner?
Yeah, but it's like, it makes you, at least me, it's like, it shows these people fucking crossing the country without, without anything, knowing anything, right? And the brutality of it, and like, I'm just like, dude, we are such a bunch of fucking pussies, dude.
That's
like,
funny that you interpreted that way because I did the same exact thing. I was like,
yeah.
man, people bitch about the dumbest stuff. I'm like, these people woke up, had to wonder if they were going to get scalped or like raided or a fucking tornado was going to come through and tear apart their carriage of belongings.
yeah, it's fucking gnarly.
Food or anything, man. They were out there.
So, yeah, anyway, that's...
But it puts things into perspective where like, I don't know, when I watched it, I was like, not that I didn't already have an appreciation of, but it makes you appreciate like everything that we do have.
Yeah.
It made me kind of like hate
yourself.
kinda, dude. Or I mean, because of like the statistics of it, it just fucking blows you away. But I mean, we're getting way off topic. I talk about this shit forever.
Yeah, movies I could go on and on with.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't anymore. It's like hard to sit down and have time to watch like a 2-hour movie anymore, man. It's fucking. If I have that much time, I'm most likely doing something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I put them on at night and fall asleep in the first 10 minutes.
I do that.
That's
Same.
what-
Purposely put on like some like stuff you don't give a flying fuck about. Fall right asleep.
I just turned the
Let's
fan
throw
on
on
and go to
Titanic, this 3-hour movie. I'm gonna watch like 5 seconds of it.
sleep. Titanic.
Yeah.
Like right as Jack gets on the boat, you're fucking
But
zombie.
then you start having like Celine Dion nightmares and shit. Dude.
Roses in there, like, paint me like one of your French girls.
Oh damn.
But anyways, since we're way off topic here,
Yeah.
Jeremy, do you have? Before I get to the question, do you got a list of things right there? I don't want to cut you off.
Oh no. I do have. Let me see here. Okay, what? Since you guys have, I thought you guys for some reason I thought it was 2022 till now. Since it's only a year, what's your favorite place to play so far?
For me, I would say Sanctuary. And then second would probably, I would say Edgemont. So Sanctuary Edgem is probably mine.
Julian?
I'd probably say Sanctuary
Right on.
so far. Yeah. Parts and Labor actually wasn't too bad either.
Parts and Labor was good, yeah.
So I'd say as far as like having to be able to hear everybody, that's probably where I was able to hear everyone was at Parts.
I still haven't been to Parts and Labor.
I have not either.
I was at the Rockery when it was the Rockery. I've heard it's the same owners.
Yep.
They've got the bicycle still there.
Oh, really? yeah, I remember. It's not in the same building anymore, is it? It's a different area,
No,
right?
it's a different town completely. So it's
That's
in
what I
place
thought.
I grew up in, and you were in Southwest for a minute, and then in Mobile.
Yeah. So
after that, right?
actually, we both went to high school together too. To put that up there.
In that town that Parts is in.
Yeah,
Okay.
Melvindale.
But are you guys coming to either of you going to come to that D Block show at Parts?
It just depends on
Yeah, it
when it
depends
is
on
in
the
the
time.
weather. Because
I
coming
think it's
from
February, the end of February.
Yeah, is that the 23rd?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
dude, I already got that written down.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm trying to go like get out of this fucking town like once a month, which is why I was like, man, I just fucking went to a show, which is why I didn't go to 10 for 10, which is like a totally retarded reason, like, you know, being responsible. Fuck all that, you know?
I mean, with the weather, it's probably a good thing you didn't go.
No, I know. With the whole like, you know, old lady and kids thing, it's really good I didn't go.
Yeah.
But yeah. D Block on the 23rd.
Oh,
That one's gonna be it's a tight spot, so yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
And that one's at Parts and Labor, right?
it's Parts, and then
Okay.
it's D Block, and then actually Boy Detective is actually playing.
Okay.
Yeah. Enemy
so
of God.
and then what?
Vigilante.
Vigilante and Hard Count.
Yeah, dude, we got to go to that shit.
Yeah, as long as weather is permitting, like it shouldn't be a problem to get down there. It's just in February, it could be fucking sunny 1 minute and then like 50-mile-an-hour winds and snow drifting the next. So it's just all up in the air. But I don't mind driving down. Like I've done the trip there and back to a show in one day many of times, or like a lot of times I would just stay with Bill from Illmatic. And
Nice.
so I was at the Coffin Cats and Gutter Ghouls show that they did in Thanksgiving.
Nice.
And because Gutter Ghouls is like how I met Bill. I seen him open for the Misfits in like 2014 or 13 or something like that.
Harpo's.
Yeah, Harpo's.
Nice.
And I met those guys that way, and like Brandon and Kevin and all them, and then we kept going down to their show all the time. So when they did a reunion, I was like, fuck you, we gotta go to that. But it was the day before Thanksgiving, and I had like shit to do, so we drove down, went to the show, and then I drove back up the same night.
Speaking of the Misfits, I actually had a Misfits tribute. That was pretty fun.
Oh, cool.
I just wanted to mention that since you talked about the Misfits for a second.
What was the name of the tribute? Everybody
It
always...
was called Astro Zombies.
Okay. Everybody always has a song name. There used to be there was a short-lived Misfits tribute band here called 138.
Nice.
Shout out Nick Hartman.
And every time I've seen like anybody that had a tribute band, it's like Astro Zombies, Skulls.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I Turned Into a Martian, or like it's always like something. They pick a song, but I mean, why not? Like they have so many cool song titles, and people get the idea of what it is. That way, they're not like, "Hey, these guys are ripping off the Misfits."
Yeah.
But since you guys listen to all of our other episodes, or not all of our episodes, some of the other episodes, sorry, you've heard us ask this question, and maybe you prepared for it, maybe you didn't, but what is something that you listen to that people would not expect you to listen to?
For me, I don't know, because I pretty much post like all the weird shit I listen to. Like I can listen to anything from Madonna to goddamn hate breed. I mean, you know,
That's where we're
That's
at.
why we asked the question, because I mean, most people are going to associate you with hardcore, being that you're in a hardcore band. So they expect you, like, you listen to this stuff. When in reality, a lot of times, like, people that are in hardcore bands, metal bands, when they're not playing, they're listening to something completely different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I like a lot of acoustic stuff. So like, there's a band called Murmur. It's actually members of 100 Demons, but it's like a folk, like dark, weird acoustic thing. Kind of stuff like that, I think, is what would be on the weirder side.
How do you spell murmur? I'm gonna look that up.
Murmur, and they have one thing out that it's phenomenal, and they have a couple videos out that are really really good artistically, like they really cool stuff.
Okay, cool. I got it. It sounded interesting, so I'm gonna add it to my Apple Music.
Yeah, you should just post those pictures. Dude.
Yeah, I just sent them to you.
Oh,
That's the one just holding our tape. Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't know, man. I just thought they looked silly.
you look pretty cool.
All right.
I would mess with you.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you can mess with me. I'm just trying to fucking say that the tape's cool. But all right, man, because I'll post them.
Yeah, now you got to.
Yeah, we'll post them with the story when we release the episode or something.
There you go. There you go.
Oh,
See?
you're gonna hold that out for another week?
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
Then you got all that time to stew on it.
Oh, I'm not even.
I'm not gonna post it. I'm not doing it.
I'm good.
Yeah, you got enough time. Yeah, that's kind of a lot of time to be like, maybe not.
Out. Yeah, my word, man. I'll fucking post that shit. I have no shame.
I didn't even see the picture. But
Oh yeah, I
anyways,
was gonna send it to you first. Well, I fucked that up.
just
Whatever.
send it to the
I
podcast
will.
page. But anyways, you guys have anything that you want to get off your chests, promote, or say before we wrap things up here?
I mean, really, we talked about a couple of the things like Top Floor, what Jimmy's done, and put that release out for us, and the support that it's been shown. Like, thank you, everyone. The shows we played, thank you, everyone who's had us on, and everyone who showed up and had a good time.
Other than that, we got, is it the 19th?
Yeah, the Freya
The
show,
Freya show the 19th, and then,
224, I think that's the Southpaw one
yep,
with
Luck Runs Out.
Luck Runs Out, which were
Bareface.
both bands killed it at the 10 for 10.
Yeah, and Dead Wrongs on that too.
Yeah.
Luck Runs
Just-
Out is another fucking sick. I mean, that's another one, dude. They're fucking dope too.
Yeah, those are good dudes. Good band. Great band.
But other than that, like, we did this because everybody's wanted to. We got together at 10 for 10 and put word out, and we did it. Like, make a band, do something. I want to hear new cool music, man.
Fucking glad you guys did, because it sounds dope, and it's sounding like, better and better as you go so far.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to everything. For the year is young, so you got a lot of time to do some more shit. And hopefully, we can catch you guys at a show.
I think the goal for us is to maybe start looking into a full length in the spring, possibly.
Okay.
Maybe sometime, but definitely sometime this year it's gonna be in the works of doing a full length.
Cool.
Awesome.
We'll definitely look out for it, and then we'll help you guys out with doing some promo and stuff, and maybe have you back on to talk about the album.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
this was fun. We
Yeah, we
appreciate this,
appreciate-
and
yeah.
you want to have us back, we'd be honored.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, we appreciate you fucking jumping on.
Yeah, thank you for sure. I'll be in touch with you guys on Instagram with album artwork for the episode, not album artwork, sorry. And everything like that, and we'll be in touch. So thank you guys for taking the time to jump on the show. We appreciate it. It was cool getting to know you and talk to you.
Yeah, I'll just send you the random shit, because I don't mess with the technical aspects.
Sounds good.
But yeah,
Sounds
dude,
good.
it was awesome fucking talking to you, Julian, meeting you, Bryant. So, guys, take her
You
easy.
too, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll link up when you guys get down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let us
fucking
know.
A, man.
Yeah,
Get
we'll
to the
let you know when we head down. But all right, you guys have a good the rest of your Sunday, and we'll talk soon.
Sunday.
Take
Peace,
it easy,
dude.
Go Lions.